started using SurvPal due to the amount of paperwork that we were generating. And as more surveyors came on our team, it just made sense to use something a bit more automated. There's various other ones out there, but found that SurvPal was a better one. When it generates the award, every time you get a clean document. So it's not, you're not copy and pasting from a previous document that you may leave something in, which I find a lot of surveyors do. You do your appointment letter, which is nice and very simple and easy to do. And then that rolls into the notices. Again, very easy to produce the relative notice. Takes out all that typing and maybe mistakes. As long as you get it right in the first place, it all then goes through nicely. I can generate a set of notices from putting in the original details to getting a set or getting an appointment letter generated within 5 minutes, and then if we move on to the notices, probably within 15 minutes, which obviously is cut probably in half the amount of time. When it comes around to actually generating an award, that's considerably probably more. It has saved a considerable amount of money. But at this point, I couldn't put a figure on it, but yes, it has saved considerable money. It keeps everything for you. It's straight. It's so it's personalised, and the fact that the worry of is the punctuation right, the pronouns right, etc., etc. It's there. It's there. It's done for you. That takes the stress out of it. It helps in your day-to-day running of a job. And you can always tell when another surveyor doesn't use SurvPal when they're doing cut and pasting, etc. Everybody loves SurvPal. It just works for us, yes. I've basically trained as the partner surveyor and trained them on SurvPal, over a very short amount of time they get proficient with it. It saves you time, so you can do more. You can do more work. Yeah. But also the fact that if you've got a job that's a bit urgent, that you can get a set of notices drawn up and in 15 minutes. And if it's late in the day, you can go home rather than sitting there trying to get them out ready for when you've got a deadline like the post office shutting. I suppose we want to achieve is cover the biggest area that we can with the most amount of surveyors. And SurvPal helping us that way just makes everything regulated. It's all the same. Doesn't matter which surveyor uses the system. They use the same templates, and it's all the same paperwork. We know that the surveyor doing the job, it's not, if there's going to be a problem, it's not going to be down to the paperwork that's come from SurvPal. I, as the main user, can see an overview of all the other surveyors, what they're doing and what point of jobs they're at. But also that it's moving along nicely. Worth its weight in gold. I've used it for 6 years or so now, and the company has grown with it. And I think without it, it would have been maybe a slower growth and a lot more headaches. So yes, it's definitely a tool to use.